These students travelled all the way from Ghana, Congo, Kenya and Nigeria to enter universities in Turkey. In their new location, they were brought together by music and funded the group Highlife. Today, the 5 musicians are playing at festivals or venues all over the country. Emmanuel, the drummer, says he had been living in Turkey for 6 years when the idea of the group emerged. I'm 27 years old and I'm studying aerospace. I'm an engineer and also a musician. We were going to church in Turkey. We loved music very much, so we sat down with friends in the church and thought, why don't we form a band? And this group was born. As well as jazz, blues and African music, Highlife plays Turkish sounds, wishing to be close to its audience. We worked hard in a studio for 6 months. After that, we started to travel. We went all over Kizilay. We went to venues to ask them if we could play. That's how we first got on stage. The musicians say they learned Turkish by playing on the streets and talking to curious passers-by, wondering what was this African group performing some Turkish music. Maybe next month we will go to Bodrum, Muğla. We need to find a job after school, otherwise we will continue to make music. We love music very much. We can do it in Turkey or abroad. Turkey is a very beautiful country, the culture, the food. I like it very much. There's nothing bad here. After winning the hearts of the Turkish people, Highlife is ready to seduce fans all over the world.
Chinese demand for traditional medicines has sent poachers hunting for African animals from rhinos to pangolins, now donkeys. But as in countries from Burkina Faso to Kenya, South Africa is now seeing its donkey population plunge, threatening other businesses that make soaps and creams from donkey milk. The produce extracted from them can sell for up to $360 per kilogram in China.
We've seen a rapid decline of the donkey population due to illegal slaughter. To supply the Chinese skin trade. It is believed that in China, if you eat the donkey skin that's boiled in a certain way, it has certain health benefits, very similar to what they believe health benefits that are found in rhino horn.
Donkey Dairy Farm is on a mission to salvage poor donkeys that have been placed in areas of misery, a way of fighting against its illicit trade.
On our farm, there's been a big focus to go and actually look for donkeys who have been placed in areas of misery or places of misery and actually buy them out. And we sit often on a lot of the auctions, whether it's an online auction or a physical auction, to outbid the kill buyers who do supply the trade with donkey skins.
The shrinking supply has sent prices soaring. According to Crystallis, a donkey would fetch about $30 at auction 5 years ago. Now they cost about $125 each.
We've seen a rapid increase in price of donkeys as well since the trade of donkey skins has hit South Africa, whereas prices were quite low about 5 years ago. They've gone up almost 5-6 fold, and often the donkeys that we do find are not in good condition. Weight is down, or there's a high parasite load.
Once prized by emperors, a gelatin called ejiao, made from donkey skins, is increasingly sought after by China's middle class. South Africa legally exports about 10,500 donkey hides to China every year, but the real quantity is believed much higher, as smugglers have tapped into the trade.
French President Emmanuel Macron arrived late on Monday evening in Cameroon at the start of a three-nation tour of Western Africa. It's Macron's first foreign trip since his re-election, as he seeks to reboot France's post-colonial relationship with the continent. Cameroonian Prime Minister Joseph Dion-Gut was at the airport to greet him. On Tuesday, Macron is due to hold talks at the presidential palace with his counterpart Paul Biya, who has ruled Cameroon with an iron fist for nearly 40 years. The two leaders will discuss security in Cameroon, which has been riven by ethnic violence and an insurgency by Anglophone separatists who have been fighting for independence for two English-speaking provinces since 2017. Northern Cameroon has also seen attacks by Boko Haram jihadists. On Wednesday, Macron travels to Benin, followed by Guinea-Bissau on Thursday.
South Africa officially requested the extradition of two Gupta brothers currently in the United Arab Emirates on charges of money laundering and fraud.
The matter relating to the Gupta brothers, the United Arab Emirates, Mr. Atul Kumar Gupta and Mr. Rajay Kumar Gupta, commonly known as the Gupta brothers, are accused persons in two criminal matters.
The brothers were arrested in Dubai last month on the basis of an Interpol red notice. They're accused of having looted Africa's most industrialized country with the complicity of former President Jacob Zuma.
We are ensuring that all the cases have the necessary resources. We've had good support from the Department of Justice. We're working very, very well. The ID is working extremely well now with relevant stakeholders.
The Guptas are notably accused of having influenced for a decade the appointments of heads of public companies, ministers, and diverted contracts worth several billions. The prosecution warned the extradition could take several months. Tunisians were called to the polls this Monday to decide whether they endorsed a new constitution that would give extensive powers to the president. Many activists rejected this referendum, saying it was part of Kais Saied's authoritarian, anti-democratic drift. According to the head of the electoral authority, 12% of voters had cast their ballots at midday. I have waited for this opportunity to vote for a long time. I hope that it brings good things for the Tunisian people and the country. This referendum took place a year after the Tunisian leader ousted the elected parliament. After voting, Saied defended his stance, saying it would end economic and political stagnation. There is no dictatorship, as I said in the explanatory document on rights and freedoms. This constitution protects them, and the revolution is defended by people who stand up to those who undermine it. The new constitution would allow the president to name judges, revoke members of the government as he pleases, and his bills would be given priority treatment. The first results should be announced on Wednesday and the final ones on August 28.